everybody. It's me, Greg Miller from Up at Noon, and of course, IGN. This is Debi Mae West. You know her as Meryl in Metal Gear. It's 15 years since Metal Gear Solid.
15 years.
That's crazy.
It makes
You
me
haven't
feel
aged a day.
really old.
No, what are you talking about? You were a young whippersnapper when you went in there.
Yeah, I was a young whippersnapper. I'm still a young whippersnapper.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
The dance!
That's my Debi Mae West dance, so like it keeps me young.
This is mine.
We'll
this is my
be
Greg
young,
Miller one.
Right?
In honor of this 15th anniversary, you came up and did Up at Noon. It aired on Monday. Please go watch it. go.ign.com/Up at Noon eps. Let's talk now just about Metal Gear. Give me your favorite Metal Gear moments. Obviously, Meryl is a huge part of this series. Metal Gear Solid being her big role, and then, of course, she shows up in Metal Gear Solid 4 and marries the pooper.
I married a pooper. Yeah. That's a great moment. I mean...
The poop? Which part? This is your first moment. The first moment you're picking is the pooping.
No, just that I actually married him in the first place, and that I was attracted to a pooper. You know, I just thought that was really funny. My favorite moment, I think, was in the first game, actually, where I think I'm in a bathroom or something, and I'm looking in a mirror, and it's just a really quiet moment where I can't remember the words because, you know, maybe you do, but it was 15 years ago.
You're in the holding cell, and Snake comes up, and he looks through the grate, right?
Well, I'm talking to myself, and I actually have to cry, and I mean, I never was asked to do that sort of acting in a video game before.
Yeah.
And so it was amazing to have Chris Zimmerman. She's really my favorite director in the whole wide world, and she just knows how to get performances out of people. And so here I am, this tough, badass soldier, and you know, and I got to show some vulnerability. So that's a favorite moment.
Was that like a turning point for you doing it? Like that this was something more than a regular video game?
I think that probably was when I realized as an actor that they were taking this to a whole other level.
Interesting.
So because, you know, we were doing little vignettes in between the gameplay, and
right.
And I don't know if that had really happened before in the gaming world.
Number one, crying in the bathroom.
Crying in the bathroom.
I know it well.
Let's see. And I think when in the last game I did, when Snake and I re-meet, and
right.
I don't realize that it's him at first, and David and I were in the studio together recording, and it was just, you know, did we do it 2 years ago now? So a year and a half ago? I don't even remember.
Metal Gear Solid 4?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Jeff Haynes reviewed it, and geez, he hasn't been around in forever.
Right, Jeff Haynes, I remember him. So, you know, just being able to meet back up with David in the studio and work together again, it was really amazing. I don't know how else to describe it, because that doesn't really happen, as I said before, in games. Getting married, I watched my marriage a couple months ago. I've never played the game, so I can't remember all the moments, so I have to go on YouTube to watch these moments and see what they are. But wearing my one and only wedding dress in my life as a...
Man, you are not making it creepy at all.
Right? I'm not one of those girls, though. I know that I'll ever be in a wedding dress, but... So I got to get married.
So what's your problem with getting married?
I don't know.
You got a boyfriend now? You're talking about? He's
no,
bartender?
we're not getting married. He's adorable, but
sorry you had to hear about it here, sir.
No, believe me, he's probably going. Thank God, because he doesn't even like to be called my boyfriend. We have an unusual relationship.
Okay.
But anyway, so I got to get married to Bang Spees. I mean, who wouldn't want to marry him? His wife is very lucky. He's a lovely man and super hot. What else? Oh, one of my favorite moments was riding off on the bison. If I didn't get killed, if you played and you know, and I didn't get killed,
you don't submit.
Right.
Don't submit anybody.
Don't submit.
Tap, tap, tap.
I got to ride off on the bison with
Snake?
With Snake.
Yeah. And
that was a funny moment in recording it, because we were doing a lot of Tatanka and just him saying bison. It was very funny. And I don't know, what was your favorite moment with Meryl? Do you have one? Can you remind me of something I did that was amazing?
Well, I mean, all of them, I'm gonna sound like a creep if I say it. Like when you talk about Meryl, right, and like we're talking about like in 4 when she shows up and she's like super soldier, right?
Yeah.
She's all set to go. The moment I think that I remember when I was like, oh, this character's really cool and she's different was when I had to watch your ass.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
And
watch
like
your ass.
and then when you finally confront the weird ass person and it turns out to be you, and like Snake calls her out on being a rookie and she doesn't have the safety and all that stuff, but that was a cool exchange. And then of course the real definitive crazy ass Meryl moment is when you and Snake, and I keep calling just you, and I'm like watching your ass and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't had the privilege of watching your ass yet. But you guys go up and you go to fight Psycho Mantis.
When I leave, you can watch my
Okay,
ass.
sure.
Okay.
But when you guys go up to confront Psycho Mantis that first time,
Right.
and Psycho Mantis possesses Meryl, and
Yes.
so Meryl does the whole.
Oh, that's
like,
a great. I just
"Do
watched
you
that
like
too.
boys?
Right?
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. You know what I mean? And then the fact, I mean, like I can just go on and on about Metal Gear Solid. When
It's
she
weird,
befriends the wolves.
I was watching some of the first game on YouTube. I love that people post that stuff. I don't, like when someone told me I had a Wikipedia page, first of all, I didn't even know what Wikipedia was at the time. It was a long time ago, but
Sure it
I
was.
didn't know. And they were like, wow, why do you have a Wikipedia page? And I was just like, what the fuck is that? And, so people, fans actually can create careers for people because, they get people to know who we are and everything on IMDb. In fact, it says that I was born as Mae Zadler on IMDb, which is not true. I was born Debi Mae West. That's my real name. And so I guess I used a fake name in a game once, and so they said that I was born as Mae Zadler, which is not true. That's like my porn name because that's my middle name, and then my grandmother's last name with a Z. Isn't that how you do like?
I thought it was the street your first pet's name in the street you grew up on.
Marley Valerio.
Yeah, Gizmo Glenrise.
I
That
don't
was
know.
me.
I think Mae Zadler sounds a little more porn, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it does.
Anyway, so anyway, what were we saying? Oh, my
Meryl.
ass. Meryl's ass.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I was saying that I was watching an old scene and my voice was a lot higher and I sounded a lot younger, and it was strange. It made me. I'm very melancholy. I could cry right now. I'm sorry.
I thought the interview was going well.
It is
except
going
for the
well,
awkward
but
stuff,
it's just it's interesting to be part of something that has lasted for such a long time, and I really do feel that people appreciate that character, and I can honestly say that when I was creating her and doing the voice of Meryl, I really didn't realize that she would have fans 15 years later. So
wow. Well, I'm
I
glad
feel
she
really
has.
honored. Me too.
Debbie, thank you so much.
And I'm
for
so
coming
glad
by.
she has a great ass.
Well, of course, she's out there in the field working out,
That's
doing
right.
everything. Ladies and gentlemen, for
And
everything
again.
Metal Gear Solid, whether it be this Metal Gear Solid 5 or stuff from 15 years ago, keep it here on IGN. Clap.